I dream I'm being bitten by bloodthirsty mosquitoes every night. When I wake up, that's when I realize I've been scratching myself until I'm bleeding.
Well, the more you scratch, the more irritated it becomes, causing the itching to actually intensify. It's a cycle. Try not to scratch the area. Give it a chance to heal, okay? Meanwhile, I'm going to give you a new corticosteroid cream that I want you to try for the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Doc, it's been 3 months. And it's not the elastic waistband on my underwear being too tight like you originally suggested. My wife has changed laundry detergents twice in case I'm having an allergic reaction, like you also suggested. In the past 3 months, I've tried 2 different topicals that you prescribed, and none of them are working. There's got to be something else we can do here.
Unfortunately, eczema can be tricky to treat. There are as many causes as there are treatments, so everyone reacts differently to medication. Let's see if this new topical doesn't help. Come see me in 3 weeks if it's not better, okay?
The itching and the splotchy rash along my belt line were really just an annoyance at first. My doctor seemed as confused as I was, but not too concerned. I mean, after all, who gives much thought to itching? You have an itch, you scratch it, it goes away. Or so I thought.
Hey, Al, did you watch the Met game last night?
No, man, I missed it.
You had to see it. Bases loaded, 2 outs. He puts on the scratch.
Everyone used to laugh when I would stop, wherever I was, to relieve my itching. But eventually, it stopped being funny.
So did you hear the one about the Starship Enterprise?
No.
What is the Starship Enterprise?
As days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, months eventually turned into years. The itching I had to endure was like a form of silent torture. I slept only fitfully, tossing and turning, for weeks on end. Occasionally there would be a reprieve, and I'd think, the worst is finally over. But, inevitably, the itching would return. I tried different doctors, but they kept doing what Dr. Hepperstein was doing, trying different topicals, and none of them worked. I searched the internet and found that itching can be caused by more than 50 diseases, from kidney disease to psychosis. But I didn't find much else there that could help. I bought every over-the-counter medication that contained the word itch in its label, and I signed up for 8 sessions of acupuncture. But nothing worked. The nightmares continued. Eventually, I lost 2 of my 7 layers of skin and couldn't retain my body heat. Chills set in, even when it was 80 degrees. I wore long winter underwear, and I slept in a thermal bag. My skin started peeling like wallpaper. Every morning, my wife would vacuum our bed to remove a solid covering of skin flakes. Eventually, my immune system became so weak that I couldn't fight off the herpes in my right eye. My fingernails became bluish and brittle, and my toenails began to fall out.
Try not to scratch the area. Give it a chance to heal, okay? Meanwhile, I'm going to give you a new corticosteroid cream that I want you to try for the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Doc, it's been 3 months. There's got to be something else we can do here.
Unfortunately, eczema can be tricky to treat. There are as many causes as there are treatments, so everyone reacts differently to medication. Let's see if this new topical doesn't help. Come see me in 3 weeks if it's not better, okay? Like I said, it's probably just eczema that we're dealing with. But given that the first 2 treatments I gave you didn't work, maybe we need to rethink your diagnosis. There's a fairly rare form of cancer, cutaneous T-cell lymphoma, CTCL, that begins with a rash not unlike yours. It's often misdiagnosed for years until it manifests itself with extreme symptoms. So, let's do a biopsy. And I want to call a colleague of mine at the university who's an expert on diseases like CTCL and get his opinion, okay?
Yes.
How have you been, and how are the kids and everything?
Kids are great. Jerry's doing well in school.
Mm-hmm.
Doing really well in school.
Doing well.
So, Benjamin, I see you haven't been scratching like you usually do. What's up?
I have a very smart and very intuitive dermatologist.
No kidding. Really? Yeah.
To a very smart and intuitive dermatologist.
I'll break to that.
And a very supportive wife.
Wonderful.
Turns out, I do have cutaneous T-cell lymphoma after all. What do you know? But although CTCL is incurable, it is treatable. And mine is being treated, so I'm not out of the woods yet. But man, do I hate to think about what I might have gone through if my doctor hadn't had the foresight to rethink his diagnosis and consult with his colleague about me early in the game. Because you wouldn't believe some of the stories I've heard.